Hi everyone, my name is Eric from Lost Wings Dive Shop, and today I'm going to go over a mask and snorkel setup. A lot of people come in all the time asking how to find the proper mask and snorkel so we can actually enjoy what we're diving out there. So I went ahead and grabbed mine from my bag. This is going to be a Riffe Mantis mask along with a Riffe stable snorkel. Now there's going to be multiple masks and snorkels that you can use, and the best one is the one that fits your face. It doesn't have to be the most expensive. It doesn't have to be the least expensive, it has to be the one that fits your face the most comfortably. So when you do get your new mask, or if you come in the dive shop, what I really recommend doing is taking off the clip, taking off the strap, taking off the side clips, and instead of just shoving it on your face like most people do, I always recommend that you place the mask on your head. Sometimes it helps to ride the nose down with the skirt, make it nice and comfortable. Without pushing, you just want to suck in, and then give it a little pull. When you're trying to pull it off, obviously we're strong enough we can pull off and break that section, but if it creates a good seal, whoops, while you're holding it, it shouldn't come off. So suck in, hold that back pressure, and give it a nice little tug. Now, if it feels really nice, it's comfortable, it seals, that's gonna be a great start, but it's not the last thing that we need to check. We need to make sure that the inside frame doesn't hit the bridge of our nose or our brows. As we dive down, the volume of air inside of our mask is gonna become smaller, and it's gonna suction that mask to our face. So it's really important that we take air from our lungs, put it into our mask via our nose, so we can equalize the pressure in there and we prevent getting what's called a mask squeeze. So in order to simulate depth, we're gonna take one finger and push around the bridge of the mask, making sure that it doesn't hit the bridge of your nose or your brow. If there's a slight amount of pressure and you think it's gonna be okay, it'll probably work for you. However, if you can find a mask that does not hit the bridge of your nose, does not hit your brow, you're gonna be a lot better off. This one in particular does have a GoPro mount. It's one of the reasons I like it. It doesn't hit the bridge of my nose, it doesn't hit my brow, has a good seal, good vision. It's really hard to find a mask that has a good GoPro mount, so it's really nice that Riffe has developed an accessory GoPro mount that they can attach to their Mantis and Mantis 5 mask. However, there are a lot of other great masks on the market you can check out, because the best mask is going to be the one that fits you with a good seal, doesn't hit the bridge or your brow of your face. Next, if you want to just do an added test, you can always put those clips back on. And then putting it back on your face, making sure that it's nice and comfortable. The next thing is going to be a snorkel. There are many options for snorkels. However, this snorkel is my favorite for a couple of reasons. It's called a Riffe Stable Snorkel, and among other features that it has, one of the most beneficial features is going to be this clip. Most of the snorkels out on the market, they just have a little snorkel keeper, which is a piece of silicone that seems very secure when you're out of the water, but as soon as the snorkel and that silicone keeper gets wet, it can easily separate. So if you have your snorkel attached to your mask and you get hit by a wave, it can easily just pull off. This one, however, will not. So it's really nice. You can walk into the water with holding your snorkel, holding your mask, ideally holding both, but you're not gonna have to worry about that separating. As you guys can see, I went ahead and just clipped the lower strap right here, which I'll go over a little later why I do that. But to go over the rest of the features of this amazing snorkel, in addition to that clip that does go up and down the stock of the snorkel, it has a splash guard, which diving here in California, you're still gonna get water in your snorkel. If you dive down, you should take your snorkel out of your mouth so you don't have that funnel of water going into your mouth. However, it is really nice to have that splash guard, for that little bit of water that may get splashed up from the waves. So that's also a benefit. In addition, it has this nice flexible neck. That way when it wraps around, and I'll demonstrate a little later, how important it is to have that flexible neck so it's not just pulling on your jaw as you're swimming. Next is going to be the mouthpiece. Most other snorkels have these little nubs. This actually has a full, almost like a mouth guard, where you can put it in your mouth and it's super comfortable. You don't have to sit there crunching on a couple little nubs It's gonna sit and seal so you don't have to worry about water coming into your mouth. And then the last feature that's really cool, it has this purge valve. A lot of people refer to purge valves as, oh, that's a scuba diving thing. However, when you're freediving and we're relying on our heart rate being low and having as much air as we can, in order to clear the snorkel on most other snorkels without a purge valve, you have to take a deep breath in and blow completely out, which is gonna raise your heart rate. What's really cool about this snorkel is you can just do a little breath and all the excess water comes out. Or if you have just a little bit of water in there and it's percolating a little bit as you're breathing in, on your normal exhale, it's just gonna come out this purge valve right here, which makes the whole diving experience 10 times better. So, as I mentioned before, I go ahead and clip it to the lower strap. What you may see, and a lot of people still do, is they have it on the side strap. It may look good for photos, but when you're at water level, you're gonna be inches away from the water from the top of your snorkel while this snorkel is bending into your mouth. It's not gonna work very well. You'll get water in, you'll be choking on water. So I highly recommend looping it through this back strap. That will allow the snorkel to be at the highest point. So instead of being on the side, it's gonna be at the very top. It's gonna give you a lot of clearance from the water that your face is currently in. And you can also see the snorkel is gonna wrap around your ear and come to your mouth. So it's not gonna have a very kinked neck like most other snorkels will provide. Let me just go ahead and take that off for a second. When we do put on that lower strap, what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna make a quarter turn adjustment to this mouthpiece. That way, when it's clipped on the back, it's gonna wrap underneath your ear and go into your mouth. And what's really cool about that is when you take it out of your mouth, it's gonna go in here and rest on your pec or on your chest. That way, while you're swimming around, you're not gonna get that chatter that you get with most standard J snorkels that will just chatter back and forth because it's rigid. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip that on again. I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate by putting it on. Yeah, nice and comfortable, straps up high. As you can see, this snorkel is very high and it still goes into my mouth. And as I take it out of my mouth to make my dive, you're gonna see it's gonna rest right here in the chest. It's gonna make you a lot more quiet while you're diving for white sea bass or any other kind of fish. And it's not going to provide that chatter that you may already be used to with your current snorkel, or you can just prevent if you invest in a good snorkel like this Riffe stable snorkel. If you guys have any other questions on this setup or any other mask, we do specialize in getting people fitted for masks. Even if you're across the country, give us a call and we can kind of work with you to find out what's going to be the best style for you. If you guys have any questions on this video, please leave them in the comments down below. Like and subscribe our channel, and I look forward to diving with you guys in the future.